Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back, Jack. Literally. Listen, shout out to all of y'all drip set. I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. Listen, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's all you got to do to support the channel. And it's absolutely free. Unless you want to sub to my Twitchy. It's about $7. You can do it for free with Prime. Go over there and help me, damn it. You did? Hey, look, we're about to get into this video. For the people who've been following me, especially on TOOTIE Uncensored, you know that I've been following a lot of cases where we have like a lot of heinous things happening to not only women but children as well. Okay. Naziah Harris, I think she is in everybody's hearts. I think a lot of us feel like we're related to this little girl because of the tragic situations that happened in her disappearance and allegedly now her death. Now, I'm going to be honest. Before I get into us getting into the video of Miss Parker, shout out to Miss Parker. Miss Parker did, in fact, interview the autistic dude. Now, we all heard about the autistic dude when it came down to Naziah because that was the reason why Annette was supposedly had moved in the first place, okay? And things like that because Naziah and this so-called autistic dude had inappropriate relations, okay? So we're going to get into that video. I was suspended when it dropped out, and I just didn't want to do it on my other channel because the traffic for Naziah is over here. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into this. But before we do that, there's something else that's really been bothering my soul, okay? I've always had like a lot of pushback when it came down to searches and things like this, and I'm not even talking just of the family. I'm even talking about Detroit Police Department, and I never understood it, okay? Because it's like there's two things that I feel like is included in cases like this. There's going to be conviction. And then there's closure for the family, all right? And usually when you have closure for the family, that usually don't end until that baby is brought home. Now, I don't know how y'all families do it. That's how I think mine will operate, okay? Now, right now, I be very careful about things that I report on and things that I do because this still is an open investigation. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. With the amount of stuff and unraveling that's going on with this particular situation, this case, it's enough to baffle anybody. It's taking on so many different terms, and the shit is getting sickening to the point to where I don't even understand it. Hold on one second, because I didn't even update my thing. I'm sorry, y'all. It's getting very, very sickening because let me tell y'all something. Social media now is the new police, okay? I want people to understand that very well. Social media is the new police. A lot of people, when I first started covering Naziah, you know what I mean? And it was a lot of times where I wanted people to become allies because the priority has always been Naziah. Y'all follow me? So, with that being said, you dig, a lot of people thought I was like the Louis Farrakhan trying to make motherfuckers be cool, wasn't cool. But see, this is the thing about me. See, it's never that. We don't want to get to a point to where the family and where the desired state was so dysfunctional, okay? To where it allows somebody to walk. And I don't think a lot of people don't understand that like 9 out of 10 crimes that are just proven wrong is from niggas talking too much. And that's just the facts. You feel what I mean? So it's just like, dog, I hate the DM sometimes. Like, yo, you know, you wanted to try to make everybody. It ain't that, okay? It's just that, nigga, I understand how the law works. And right now, bro, y'all straddling on the line. I'm gonna be real with you. Now, look, there's this page. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been looking at it for like the last couple of days or so. It's a Naziah Harris page. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a brand new page. So, of course, I'm going through it and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And I'm seeing that it's Janiyah mostly on it. But let me tell you what I do when I start to look at things like this. I go and look and I see if any of these pictures was anywhere else recently or when these pictures dropped. Now, I don't know if a lot of you guys are following this page, but it's very, very, very disturbing. And the reason why it's disturbing is because there's images. There's images on here, okay, of a little girl with a very pregnant stomach. Her mannerisms fit Neziah. Let me go back to here. Her mannerisms fit Neziah. And I'm going to tell you what another thing that's bothered me is the captions to it. Now, a lot of people are saying this person is trolling, pretending to be Neziah. That can be in fact true. That was the first thing that I thought of. I said this is a ploy for them to make it seem like Neziah is still alive for this man to get off. All right? And quite possibly it could be that. But this is the thing that's troubling to me. And we have to look at everything because I always do. This is the thing that's troubling to me. Some of these pictures has not been on TikTok or Instagram. I've been following 3 Neziah pages since I started doing Neziah. And I have scoured this here internet, right? And there's also a lot of fucking footage that just came about. Okay? Now, before we even get into the rest of this Instagram and things that I want to talk about, because I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Everybody was hitting me, too. What you think about this page? Too, what you think about this page? I started looking at this page. And this page is very, very troublesome. This does not say that she's alive. And let me break things down to people, okay? This does not say that she's alive. But let me tell you what it does prove, okay? This proves that this baby was way farther along than we know. That's what this proved. Because from when we did the math, Neziah should have been at least, and that's if we went back to when she started talking about the pregnancy in August, Neziah would have been at least 6-7 months tops. This is not a 6-7 month baby. Now, this is what's really troublesome to me, because what also this proves, it proves that no way possible did anybody in this house not know that this girl was pregnant. Number 2, it also shows with the pictures and shit that she was also comfortable at the house being pregnant. So this is what scares the fuck out of me. All right, now let me break it down a step further. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you why cover her face. I'm going to tell you why cover her face. It could be one or two things. I'm just going to give you my honest to God opinion. All right? This page could be one or two things. All right? It could be A, the real Janiyah. And let me explain myself with this. If Janiyah is A in fact in CPS, okay? Because I'm going to show you some clips on certain things on why I say this. Let me go ahead and get to here. Let me just get to here so I can show you this thing real quick. It's just certain things that was in the hashtag that is very, very disturbing. What scares me about a lot of things is because of the simple fact that, say for instance, this girl is not at the house. I'm thinking Janiyah only because of some of the captions that said. My first overall thought that this might be Shannon posting new pictures just to make it seem like this baby could still be living. All right? That would be enough to be reasonable doubt in the court that we got going on. And the reason why I say that is because in some of these hashtags It's saying, free me, I'm here. And I'm not the slowest nigga on the school bus, bro. Trust me. I know niggas troll. But what is bothering me sometimes is with the caption. So I say to myself, free me, I'm here. All right, that plays into Shannon. This got to be some troll shit. Leave it alone. But then when I'm looking at these pictures, you guys, I want you guys to go on this page and I want you to start looking at these pictures. Because these pictures is telling a really, really big story. See, and I want people to also understand something. I want you guys to sometimes do not be naive, all right? Do not let social media mislead you to a lot of things. A lot of people are thinking that this hearing was the trial, and you got to stop with that. Because you think that we're going to be privy to information during the hearing like we will be at the trial. Now, I seen somebody looking at here, and somebody said, well, the teachers would have testified at the prelim hearing saying she was showing that much. We don't know that they didn't. See, that's what people got to understand what a prelim hearing is. A prelim hearing is only to convince the judge to take it to trial. They don't got to give all of their ammo. They will not give all of their ammo because the whole point is not to score in a preliminary hearing. It's the score in the trial. And I want people to understand that part so bad because y'all think that we're going to know information or a lot of information that we will not know during a preliminary. I want you guys to start using a little bit of the Google for the right reasons and start defining some of this shit because it's like it's blowing me. Everything that we seen in that hearing is only going to be 1/3 of the things that we're going to see in this trial. Trust me. We have not seen nothing yet. That's why I find it very, very disturbing that people are lying in the prelim. That's why I'm so mad at Annette. Annette, if you are oblivious to the fact, then there would have been no reason to lie. So I need what y'all need to do. I really need y'all to look at this, okay? And stop thinking that it was going to be things that was going to be uncovered right now because it's not. That's the number one piece of evidence that you got to know. Y'all gotta know this. Cause I'm getting so many DMs like, Toot, if it was this, we would have known. No, the fuck we wouldn't have. I need y'all to understand. There is a big difference between a hearing and a trial. All right? A hearing is only put out there to say, look, I got enough evidence on this man to put him underneath the dirt. So don't think that just because you seen some TikTok videos that you know everything about this case. Because let me tell you something, you don't. You don't. So I'm just saving y'all a little bit of time. All right? I've been coming on this I've been covering this case and I've always gave you guys factual information when it comes down to certain shit. You feel me? I will never just lead the masses wrong for no particular reason. As an FYI, there is a lot of people who said a lot of things during the hearing that none of y'all know about, including me. Because there's just certain things that we're not going to be privy to. Okay? So that's what I want. That's just what I want to say. Now, I want you guys to also keep something else in mind. The type of videos that is being posted, regardless if it's a troll page or not, whoever is trolling know this family. And you got to understand that part. That's the part that upsets me. Yes, this could be a troll page. It absolutely can. But it's a troll page of somebody that's close to this girl. Some of these videos that's on this page has never been seen. And the reason why is because, bro, there is image software to where you could scan it and it will show you everywhere that this video will pop up. All of a sudden, some of these videos is only popping up on this IG. You got to explain that to me. Okay? I got almost 30-some videos of Naziah in my playlist. I scoured this internet looking for videos and all types of shit just for thumbnails purposes. I wasn't even able to find them. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a motherfucking Inspector Gadget, but I'm very good at my job. I will say that, okay? And it's just certain things that sometimes people got to really, really pay attention to. So I say with all my heart, because y'all asked me my opinion on this page, I said with all my heart, it's either one or two things, okay? It's either somebody trolling and trying to create reasonable doubt for Jarvis. We're going to look at some of these videos. Y'all be the judge. You feel me? Or it's a little girl that's might be away from her mother and might be away from her dictatorship and might be using this as an outlet to out folks. Let's not get it twisted, okay? If Janiyah is at the age to where she can go on TikTok to post videos, she is at the age where she can Google her mama and her daddy. Let's not be bamboozled. Now, since Naziah was gone, ever since Naziah disappeared, Janiyah is the only one that has been vocal about her cousin. So what I say is, I'm going to be honest with you. If this little girl is in CPS, I pray to God that she is being covered. Because I swear to God, she might not have seen a lot, but she's definitely heard a lot. Now, people are going to have to explain to me why these videos are coming out now. Now, a lot of people say, too, is somebody trolling? Okay, well, they could have been trolled. Why wait to 2025 to troll? All right? Now, that's what I'm saying in this. Now, what you got to also understand is that some of these pictures of Janiyah is a different age. She's a little older in these videos than she was even in the picture where we seen the pregnant stomach of Naziah. Whoever is trolling, know this little girl. And let me explain why. It's because I never could understand when we were seeing certain clips on TikTok. Every time you seen the video of Naziah, she was always on TikTok dancing. And for the life of me, I say, hey, this is not enough videos for a TikToker. I got a niece every 5 minutes she's on a TikTok. So this is the thing. We are either A, somebody got Naziah's phone. Facts. Some of these videos was nowhere to be found. Argue with your mama, okay? Now, whether somebody's trolling or not, hey, that's on somebody else. But these pictures of this little girl on this particular page is not the same Janiyah that we were seeing when she was pregnant with Naziah in that video. And you already know. I'm warming up. Let me get this wine in me. We gonna look. One thing you know we will do is be on the case, okay? If somebody is trolling, which I'm praying that they are, because I'm gonna be honest with you, all of this stuff right here helps a nigga get off scot-free. Y'all don't understand. They is charging this nigga for premeditated murder, okay? Which means that they gotta prove that this nigga woke up with the intent to do it. This trolling shit, all of this type of shit, it does nothing but help this nigga case. Facts, it does. That's why you gotta be very, very careful about the things that we talk about on this here net. Because it's this here net that's locking our ass up. It's the new police. Now look, if this right here is a troll page, all right? You tell me who in the fuck had these pictures. Because I can look at Naziah's hands and tell Naziah's hands. I done watched so many fucking videos to where I know this girl's mannerisms and postures like I've been her family. Nobody has seen these pictures. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. Listen, I'm not a slow poke. I've been on this since I've been suspended. I've been on this page going through picture after picture, looking to see where these pictures was. A lot of these pictures was not on the internet. Being what I mean is that, so even if somebody else is trolling, it's somebody that's trolling with her information. Facts. Just being honest with you. I'm being honest. We're going to go through some of this stuff. Okay? Now look, this page here, the name has changed 1,000 times. That's the least that we could be able to find. Because you know the first thing I did is, whose page is this? I need to know. Now the page has been up, but it's went through a lot of name changes. It was Janiyah and Naziah page together. It changed to something else. Now it's this. What people don't understand is this. It's not about me being slow. It's not about any creators being slow. It's not about none of that. It's about reasonable doubt being able to be proved in court. That's where we're at right now. All right? This type of shit says one thing to me. Everybody lied about this girl not having a phone. Somebody got her phone. Somebody got her phone. A lot of people think this is somebody trolling to be Janiyah. It could be. However, we done seen so much shit now to where we can't just look at that at face value. Because one thing I do know, if a little girl is now in CPS and she's not up underneath that dictatorship and she's able to see things for what she needed to see things for, there's very easy to where she would start doing some shit like this. Don't get it twisted. It's very easy for that to happen. So look, go on this page, and I encourage everybody. It's going to be some things that you're not going to be able to find. A lot of people, see, this is where it's at. And this is what pisses me off a little bit about this, y'all. This is where we at. A lot of people said Roxy had her phone. A lot of people said this person had her phone. A lot of people say this person had her phone. Let me tell you something, bro. Nobody know nothing. I'm just being honest. This case has been so contaminated on so many different levels, my nigga, to where we don't really know nothing. That's a fact. The only thing that we could do right now at this point is give our best opinion about it and go about our business. But until October we get to this bitch, you know what I mean? And we get to the real trial with the real evidence. All are we doing right now, all of us is just having opinions. That's just it. That's just it. You feel what I mean? Like that series. But I needed people to understand. I had to say that part that I said earlier. Stop thinking that you're going to hear everything in this goddamn prelim. Y'all can't be that. Y'all can't be like that. Come on. Use your thinking caps. If they, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of people saying that. Man, if it was about that, we would have heard about it in the prelim. No, you wouldn't have. Understand that, okay? Please do. It's going to save you a whole lot of grief. All right? Now, like I told y'all earlier, we're gonna get into Miss Parker's interview with the autistic man. You feel me? Shout out to Miss Parker. I fucking love Miss Parker, man. I love how she talks. She cracks me the fuck up. But I want you guys to look at this. Now look, let's go through a little bit of these videos and stuff on this page. Let's go and look. I'm not gonna lie, man. They have this is the thing. They have a caption up here, and I just want everybody to pay attention to this. All we can do is look, okay? They got little reels up here that say her pregnant. Okay? Now, we've all seen this video right here. And I want people to pay attention to Janiyah in here, because I want you to see in these in some of these videos that we're going to see now, Janiyah is way younger in this picture than she was there. Her kicks are stronger. Okay? Don't know why they will cover this. We don't know. All right? I started looking at all types of shit because found this one in the camera roll. What's really scary to me,
I just burnt my hand cooking with Kaya. And she cut me off cause I'm a liar. I'ma cut the cake like,
you know, but I'm scared to even play music from this, y'all. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. I just got out of jail. This is my thing. Okay? Some of these was nowhere to be found. Yeah, I know. That's why I came up off of it. That's why I just came back off it. Oh yeah, the hoodie when she was in the black. We know she was big on that one. We know for a fact. We know for a fact she was definitely pregnant in that picture. You did? But she wasn't as pregnant as we seeing in these other ones. Shit, I tell you that. Now, what if she did have another phone that only her cousin might have had? Because what's disturbing me is that, man, I scoured this net. It's some of these videos that went on here, dog. Where's these videos, these new videos coming from, shawty? I need to know it. You don't have to pay monthly. Let me explain something to people on Twitch before we get off here. I want to know, man. We finna get into the autistic video, and we gonna go through this after we finish doing the videos and stuff, because I want to be able to go through a lot of these captions and stuff thoroughly. But some of this shit spooks the hell out of me. Let me also explain something about Twitch. I never charge for shit. Okay? You can follow me on Twitch absolutely free, like how you do here. Subbing is just if you want to support me to help me reach certain goals. You don't have to do the shit. If you want to do it, you can do it from Prime for free. But no, you don't have to pay for shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to see my content. That's all across the board. I don't never charge for my content. Twitch is a different streaming platform, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all have been on Shade Room and shit. You see Casanat is probably like the number one streamer in the world. That's a great ass accomplishment. I want to be that. So I have a streaming platform as well. And you can also sub to me as well. But no, you do not have to sub to me to see content. You know what I mean? And things like that. So look, we about to get into Miss Parker's video. Let me pull this up real quick. And then we're going to come back to this Instagram, because there's a lot of things that I want to walk y'all through on why I believe, or why I don't feel like it's 100% a troll page. There are things that you can look at. Okay? But I will say this. That page... being done now is being done for one or two things, and that's why I was saying what I said. I feel it's either a way to make niggas feel like Naziah is still living. That's what it could be done for that, or it could be a little girl that's also hurt. Because see, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people, we focused in on Naziah, but we didn't focus in on Janiyah like we should have. She would have been subjected to some of the same shit. She was alongside of Naziah when she was going into those, when she was going up to the shop and shit. A lot of people forget that she was there to a lot of things, okay? She also seen somebody who's no longer there, okay? And I don't think a lot of people even really focused on what her mental health could be. So yes, I do feel like if this girl is not around her mama, and she had any type of capacity to be able to see some of the things that we've seen, and trust me, she would be able to put two and two together way before us. Because if she did not see X, she heard X. She heard arguments. She heard conversations. So hell yeah. If it is her, I feel like if this is her page, she's a little girl that's probably pissed the fuck off. Facts. Now, because we don't know if this man made that little girl do anything like Naziah. Now, we do know that he was motherfucking a sick-ass nigga. And as things is coming out, I'm starting to see, and we're going to get into that, we starting to see that it was a lot of little girls that he was trying to recruit. There was a lot of little girls that he got his eyes on. We seen the text messages. We seen that. We uncovered that months ago. Even when Naziah talking about, we heard the conversation when Naziah was saying that she had a little girl with her that day. We seen the text message. Janiyah and this nigga, can we trust her? Can we trust her? You feel me? That says to me, nigga, that this was practice. That wasn't something that just happened once. This was shit that they was used to doing. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that part, but that's some real nigga shit. So look, we forget the fact that he's touched a kid, his kid. She wouldn't have been the exception. Y'all gotta start thinking about this type of shit, bro. So yes, it might not be a troll page. I'm looking at both points of view. That's what I always do. Now let's get into the vid. Shit, I'm getting toe up because I gotta be a little toe up to goddamn get into these videos because it's pissing me off. The number one thing that's really pissing me off the most is the fact that I don't think a lot of people don't understand that it's this type of shit that gets a man like this man off. It's simple. I swear to God, I could represent Jarvis Butts and get him off right now. Simple. That's why sometimes, man, people gotta have etiquette when it comes out of this shit. But we finna get into it. Where Miss Parker at? Where Miss Parker at? I had her stuff up already in my email. Is this it? I think this is it right here. This she go. This she is. We finna go to Miss Parker. Hey, listen, if you are not following Miss Parker, I need you to go over there and follow Miss Parker. So, listen, support is free, damn it. Do it. Now, let me move myself a little bit. There Miss Parker. There go Sheiks. Hey, Sheiks. That smile. All right, we finna get into this. Now, look, this is a very lengthy thing. So I'm gonna get into most of the conversation with Kenneth. For you to see the whole live, go over there and watch it in its entirety. I'ma skim through it. Cause Miss Parker, they got series. You feel me? They got series of shit. Or whatever. You be on there about 5 days fucking with Miss Parker. But yeah, I'ma skip through, but we gonna get through this. But it's a couple of videos that we gonna get through with her. But like I said, man, go over there, man, and support Miss Parker. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things that I don't really get involved with on this internet. I've tried it. It doesn't work great sometimes. But I love it when I see somebody who's very passionate like me. You know what I'm saying? And they ask certain questions that are like, hell yeah. Ask them. Get your notepad. Yeah, feel me? Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Hold on. Why can't I hear shit? Oh, there you go.
Salute everybody. Welcome to Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I appreciate everybody for pulling up with us today. We're not going to be here for a very long time today, but I am going to be here long enough to talk to you guys after, okay? Salute Top Flight, Yolanda. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Everything we're saying today is going to be alleged. Please go on and hit that like button as you come in or pass by. Turn on your notification bell so you won't miss a demonstration. Hold on, guys.
Miss Parker.
Sorry. Thankful, welcome. And please say hello to your neighbor as you come in, okay? Kathleen, I see you. Noah's kind. I see through you, sisters. Bracelet, Queen Gigi, Nick, Miss Virgo, hey. Barbie, hey. Angelique, Victoria, hey. Little Mama, my sisters, Sarisha, Victoria, Regina. All right, let's get into this. So the other day, I had the evangelist Kenneth up here, and I did an interview with him. Me and sister.
And we gonna get into that video. Y'all sent me, boy, they rushed. Miss Parker, you got to do this. We gonna get into that. Now, relax. I've been locked up. Now.
Talk with Prince, did an interview with the evangelist Kenneth, and the evangelist Kenneth came and made a lot of allegations, serious allegations pertaining to not only the Harris family, but also Mark D, 7 Mile Radio, and the person we have on the stage today, which is Darnell Greer. Welcome, Darnell.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my sister Talk with Prince reached out to you based off the interview that I did with Kenneth, the evangelist Kenneth, and he made some serious allegations about you pertaining to this case, this huge case that's going on against Naziah Harris. And I thought it was only right to have you up here to discuss
I thought they was
some
capping
stuff with us and kind of give us a little bit of rundown on the evangelist Kenneth and yourself, and also to say, tell us why did these allegations get made up, and also I want to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so first off, you're from Detroit, or what area are you from to where you and the evangelist Kenneth even met?
I'm from Detroit.
You're from Detroit?
Correct.
Okay. And where did you and Kenneth, what year? Because he told us the year, but I want to see if it coincides. And what year did you and Kenneth
That's fucking right.
Greer meet?
I think I would say 04, 05.
Okay, so 04, 05. Because he told us y'all met in 2003. How long did y'all date?
See, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Accountability. When did you meet him, nigga? You feel me? She said, because my notes say, ha, shit. That
4
gotta be.
years.
Okay. He said about that. So He also said, stated to everyone that he said, I said, when did y'all date? He said from 2003 to 2006, and he also said in the midst of that, he said he's 45 or 46, and he said he's autistic and he's a sex offender.
That's a lie.
Okay, so just make sure that I want to make sure that I'm going down the same street as everybody. Now, Darnell is a nigga who know Kenneth. Now, Kenneth was the one that supposedly or allegedly was the autistic dude who had a relation with Naziah. Am I right or wrong? Just make sure that I'm right because I'm seeing the Greers. I just want to make sure I got their names and shit right. Because I butcher a name. Just tell me right now. You feel what I'm saying? Is that correct?
Which part? Darnell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. Which part is a lie? The autistic or being a sex offender?
Both.
So
Hold the fuck up.
what okay, so let me ask you this. Where did you meet the evangelist Kenneth, if you don't mind me asking?
B.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Let me put this shit out. Darnell is supposed to be the artistic one. Okay, so Darnell is the one, or am I right? I'm correct. Thank you. Sai, don't text me no more for the thing. I'm on this, but I know what I'm talking about. Hold on, which one is supposed to be the who now? It's two autistics and two. It said, nah, who was the motherfucker who was supposed to be living next door? Let me get right, because I got some people saying that I'm correct. Hold on. Two Darnell Greer said Evangelist Kenneth drove a van. I'm going to get to that part. I seen that already. I'm just trying to figure out. Listen, help me and shit. Come on, man. Don't laugh at me now. Y'all know it's been about 7 days. Now, come on. Where my Parker at? My Parker ass it. My Parker, tell me, my Parker. Hey, which was the nigga who was supposed to be staying next door? Darnell was the nigga living next door. Let me just make sure, man. Come on, quit playing with me, cause I be smoking this gas. I'm sorry. Don't tell me to shut up if you lost TOOTIEs, the questions that we need to ask. So Darnell is the autistic one, according to Kenneth. So Darnell is. I bet. Okay. So this was the nigga right here, Darnell. Just so we on the same page. Darnell was the nigga who's supposed to be living next door to the first house before when Annette moved from the first crib, right? Okay. Fuck y'all. Shit, y'all know I'm always on. Y'all know who I am.
EGC.
Put the bitch out.
What is that?
Gay site.
Oh, a gay website. Okay. I'm glad you announced that. So is it fair to say if I told you that Talk with Prince did look it up and she did see some a assaults on your background?
Don't get quiet now, Darnell. Nah, she got that ass. Yeah, let me put all this out. Let me put this glass down and shit, because I started talking shit. This type of shit made me hype. Because why you lying, Darnell?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to stay there. That's your business. But, I'm just saying with the allegations, and I shared the lie with you to see that he put that on you, okay? Okay. So you met him on this site, and that's the same site. It's funny that you say that he said he met Florentino Harris on this same site. And he said he also made the family aware. He told the grandmother where he bought you around, and y'all became friends. And he said that it was possible that you allegedly touched Naziah Harris.
That's a lie.
Manner.
That's a lie. Like I said, I got kids, and what I look like touching somebody? No, that's wrong.
Okay, Darnell, I don't know if nobody told you, but you haven't got kids. Don't got nothing to do with that. Okay? Now, here's where we at. Explain where those charges come from. Because right now, you ain't really holding a lot of water. Now, this was the alleged. Wasn't this the reason why Jarvis got a gun charge for beating one of these boys up?
I'm better than that. That stuff lying, it's gonna get you nowhere. But you're in jail or somebody hurt. I don't appreciate people lying on me for no reason.
Yeah. So I did notice that you are following Florentino on one of your pages, correct?
Probably one of them.
Okay. So you met Florentino, correct?
Okay. I'll talk to none of them.
Okay. So when you met Florentino, did you ever, like, just being honest, Darnell, did you ever go around the family ever at some
Nope.
point?
Nope.
So you don't know the Harrises?
Nope.
So why do you think that the evangelist Kenneth lied about you meeting the family and putting this allegation that you touched Naziah?
Cause I ain't down there in Ohio with him. That's why. I got life up here in Michigan. He mad because I woke up down there to be with him. I like it. What you with my ex? So you always be an ex. What you put me through when we was together, I ain't going through that again.
So what was the relationship?
He put me through hell. I ain't going through that again.
When you say he put you through hell, what was the relationship? Was it physical? Was it emotional, verbal? Like,
Hold on. So the evangelist and Darnell, they still mad over nuts and butts? I'm asking very good question. So they having a nuts and butts spat. Okay, so he said that the reason why this man lying on him is because he left the nigga in Ohio. Okay, I got it. Let's get it.
like, what was it?
We used to fight all the time. Like almost every day. Cause I like doing stuff. I like going out and about. He like to stay at home doing nothing. I like go out my money, do what I gotta do. I'm gonna go get her. I ain't gonna sit around wait on nobody.
Yeah.
I got my own company doing transportation. I ain't wait on nobody to give me nothing. I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, so it was physical.
Yep.
So I do want to talk about this because this has came up in the Naziah Harris case as far as people doing the research. Content creators from all over are gonna go deep down. And once we found Kenneth the evangelist, we found the church, which is pretty spooky. And you followed this same bishop, right?
What bishop?
Just want to be honest with you and transparent as possible. But this bishop of the go ahead. You want to do this talk with Prince?
Yes. Good morning. How you doing?
Okay.
All right. So I noticed that you follow Archbishop Stacy Herman with Jehovah Shalom Church of God Inc.
Jehovah Shalom.
Do you know Archbishop Stacy?
Not like that.
Not like that. Okay. So you've never been to his church or anything like that?
Correct.
Okay. Because I know it's possible for, us to follow people that we honestly don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he is on two of your pages as a friend, on two of your pages.
Right.
But of course, with him being a pastor of the LGBTQ community, I could understand why you follow him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes you really can't go by that. Because I follow 2 vegan pages and I had a steak last night. You know what I mean? That it could be very misleading.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that, have you ever had any kind of contact with this man? Have you ever been to his church?
No.
Okay.
So, Darnell, how do you get to following these people? How do you? Because you got to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't know you, but I follow you. I never. You know what I'm saying?
The fuck?
They follow me. I don't know if they follow my ministry or what. I got a lot of followers.
This nigga got a ministry. Y'all, man, come on, man. Y'all, sometimes y'all be trying to set me up. Look, this nigga, we can't understand you, nigga. Hold on, he got a ministry. Oh, I gotta catch up. Oh yeah, we gotta get into all this.
Okay, and you said you do got a ministry.
Yep.
Okay.
Even Miss Parker got taken aback with the ministry part. I seen it. You tried. I seen the contour of your face. You almost lost it too. Cause that's some blasphemy.
Okay, and you said you do got a ministry.
Yep.
Okay. We're not here to stick on this, but it is fair to say, like, I don't want to skip past it. And if you're a man of God, and I am, I am a woman of God, and I gotta tell you, Darnell, I've had a life where I didn't want to admit a lot of things that I've done, but I had to get saved. I have to be honest about my transgressions, right? And you said that I don't want to skip past the SA charges and just own up to that, because people's confused, like they've seen the records. You know what I'm saying? Can we just? And I don't want to go into it, but wasn't you arrested for that?
And I just want to take my time to say this. Listen, don't follow me thinking that I'm gonna be anything other than what I put out there. God know I'm still a work in progress. He is still working on me. So I will pray at 10:30 and cuss your ass out by 11:35. Promise you I will. Work with me. Growth.
Yeah,
Facts.
because my niece lied. No, something happened a long time ago.
So your niece lied.
What's so with
Yeah.
these
Okay.
uncles and nieces? I'm so
Um,
sick of these motherfuckers, bro.
with Kenneth the Evangelist,
It's
did he
always a
have any
lie.
charges like yours?
I don't know.
Okay. Because he said he let the people know about you. He said he let the Harrises know because where you was going around. That's where the confusion comes in. Because I was like, well, did you tell the family? He said, I let Annette know that Darnell was a pedophile, but she continued to let him around the children. And she
That's
said,
a lie.
but yeah, that's what he said about you. And he said, you and Florentino got really close.
That's a lie.
This is crazy.
It is.
Um, do you know anything about the Jehovah Shalom Church?
Nope.
Mm. So the church is the Jehovah Shalom Church. With it being a big church as it is mighty funny that nothing can be found about it, and you saying you don't know nothing about it. You get what I'm
Nope.
saying? Um,
All I know is Evangelist got ordained there. That's all I know. I don't know. I ain't never been there. I don't know nothing about this pastor or nothing.
oh, okay.
When he went over there, he went over there himself.
Oh, okay. So he never went. You never went to church with him when he went to.
I went to my own church.
All
Nope.
right.
'Cause I ain't
And
used to know. I ain't used to no dead ass church. Excuse my language.
that speaks volumes right there. So I want to go back for just a second, Miss Parker, don't mind. So BCG, is that dating app still up?
Nah.
Okay.
So when you met him, what's the age difference between you and when
I
you
think I
and
was
Kenny?
23 and he was 20.
And what's the years again, Darnell, that you say y'all dated?
2003 or 4.
Because he said it's funny that you say that because he did say like 2003 to like 2006, and then he said he met the Harrises in 2009. So I was like, okay, so 3 years after the relationship was over, you introduced Darnell to the family and stuff like that. And again, he said you and Florentino got really close and things. So
That's
y'all
not true.
continue to stay friends. So why did he mention the family of the Hearst family and putting you intertwined with them if it's not true? Why do you think he would say that? Because he was so adamant.
I don't know, but all I know, he is a big liar. He been lying for years.
Hmm. And then
But
it was
what
That's
I
why
will share,
I never
what
go.
I will share with you,
I
Miss
would, I would never
Pat,
go.
what I will
It
share
might be
with you,
my
Pastor.
ceiling fan. You
I
say
don't
you
want to
hearing
cut in
nervous
it.
tapping?
I want to do this because I believe in doing stuff right. Okay, I don't believe in putting nothing on somebody that I can't prove factual. Okay. Um, Looking at your other pages, okay, I don't see any connection there with the Harrises. Not even with Florentino. I don't see him on any of the other pages as you've been his friend or nothing. I do see Kenneth up there as your meet your friend, okay? Um, So is it possible that you added Florentino recently?
Mm-mm.
Because we got screenshots of you and Florentino following each other. That's why we're so kind of like, because it's a lot of lies pertaining to this baby's case. And I don't want to leave here today going, why did Darnell lie to us today? You know, I really don't. Also, it was some post of Shannon's. What happened? Talk with Prince with the post of Shannon.
So a couple of days ago, of course, I've probably been looking at Shannon and Marquita's page very frequently. And a couple of days ago, I didn't see you nowhere on the post. And I went back yesterday and seen that you had, what you did, you put a frown, a angry face on one of their posts. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to understand, because by then you had heard about the interview. So is it possible that you went back and found them to see, okay, who are these people? Who are these people that Kenneth's saying that I've been around? Did you go and do your own research on these people?
Yep. Because I
thought so. I thought so in that sense, because that didn't make sense. A couple of days ago, I didn't see that you had posted nothing on their page or reacted to nothing. But when I looked,
All right, listen, you guys. I see it's a lot of people that's a little confused. So let me give you a up to date, okay? Now, apparently Kenneth, you know what I mean, and Darnell, they used to be in relations, all right? Somewhere, Kenneth got mad that Darnell went back to Detroit because she's a go-getter, and Kenneth stayed in Ohio. Now, you're wondering, what the hell did this got to do with Isaiah? Now, this Kenneth dude said that Darnell was the person who was staying next door to the Harrises, and he was the one that had inappropriate relations with Neziah. But here's the thing. Darnell said he don't know none of them folk. That's what Darnell is saying. So we have heard in the course of this trial that the Neziah allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with the autistic man. Now, from what it looks like to me, and I'm usually very observant, it seemed like Darnell and Kenneth might both be autistic. Or what the fuck. But that's the story, okay? So I hope that got you up to speed. We just trying to, in layman terms, find out if this nigga Darnell was the one who was staying next door to Neziah and them and had inappropriate relations. That's where we at, y'all. Now, I hope we good. Now, let's keep going.
last night I see that you had reacted to a post that had been made on both of their pages.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you go research them? Because who mentioned anything about, it's hard finding their pages, for one. I do want to be honest with you. You just can't put in her name and find her. You get what I'm saying? How did you go about finding her or even looking into them?
I had to go on Vengeance page and do my own research, because after that interview, I had to do my own research. Because that was bold as hell. I wouldn't do nobody like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong.
Okay.
Especially as across the whole nation so the whole world could see. That's wrong as hell. I was hurt when y'all called me Sunday. I was literally at church.
Yeah.
You
was, guys.
A lie like that, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you said he lies a lot, and first let me go back to this with the relationship. Was it abusive? Was it physical?
It was both.
It was both. Okay.
Hold on. The relation. Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the same page. What relation? What's physical? What she talking about between both of these niggas? Between the guys is who she talking about?
Okay. You said Kenneth lies a lot. What has he lied about to make you? Because you was like, yeah, Kenneth lies a lot. What made you say that? Like, what has Kenneth lied about you to make you say, I can believe that before I ever even sent you the live that he did?
Like, he lied and said he gonna see my money back. He ain't seen that yet. He lied about a lot of stuff.
I don't know about y'all, but maybe Kenneth could be lying a little bit, because it sounds like more of like a girl quarrel. You know, he mad, he left. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into Kenneth because I think she didn't she interview Kenneth. I need to talk to the evangelist because Darnell, he don't even seem like he want to be here.
He said y'all was together in December. You brought him back to Detroit last year in December. And I couldn't believe it because I said, why are you still around a known essay offender? You know, you're talking bad about him up here, and you know, you're saying he's autistic and that he's touching Isaiah Harris in a horrible way, and how Annette and you guys are still close. So, you know, my people are having a very hard time believing it because they're like, he's not saying too much of anything, but he's following these people and, you know, the evangelist. So, you know, you were still following the evangelist up until you talked to me on Sunday, correct?
Correct. Not like that. I was like, doing it when there was no serious conversation.
Now listen, on the flip side, I gotta play devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? There is some inconsistencies in what he's saying. Because, I mean, he's saying that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, that he was never really around this dude or whatever, but he's able to specify this dude's church and things like this. Now, I'm not no dummy. I think that by now we've all seen situations that Isaiah has been in with a lot of grown men. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jarvis always felt like he was a pimp. Okay? He sounds very autistic. He's a great customer if you are Jarvis. Now, I know that there was alleged, it was alleged that this was where Jarvis got his gun charge from. Now, could Darnell be sitting up in this motherfucking line? Yeah, because, I mean, he is saying some things that is kind of questionable, but I think we're going to probably get to the meat and the potatoes once we go over here and see what the fuck Kenneth talking about.
Well, it's not going to look good. I got to be honest with you, Darnell. It's not going to look good from what the evangelist said. And, you know, I'm not the only content creator that touches on Isaiah Harrison, you know, with your past and things like that. And one thing I can say about those kind of charges and stuff, I fight against that. I do. I have children, and I speak for these children. And
Facts.
one thing I say about
Hell yeah, pedos flock together. And it's just crazy because he so happened that he's allegedly one. Jarvis was one. Frank was one. It's a whole trough for the motherfuckers. They probably all met at some house. You did? They're everywhere.
those essay charges, you don't get charged if it's not true. Do you understand? Darnell?
No, he's still there, Miss Parker. This the only time when a nigga goes silent is when you ask about them essay charges. You feel me? He gets mute in the fuck. He can't hear nothing.
Talk with Prince, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Darnell, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
You heard it
this
before.
is the time to clear it up for the world. It'll set, like I said, Darnell, I did things I can't take back. I did things I'm not happy and proud of. You get what I'm saying? But this is a baby that's
I don't know about another Zaire. I don't know why the hell he lied on me. I don't know about the family. So why the hell he lied? That shit hurts.
Mm-hmm.
What I look like punching a 13-year-old?
Who said something about punching? Hold on, what? Okay, so that's why I was trying to figure out. So basically, he was not only supposed to have been touching Naziah inappropriately, he had also did some physical shit. Okay, so he's also, they saying basically he put his hands on her, and that's the reason why Jarvis came over there and fucked him up allegedly. Is this what is going on? Come on, bro. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
I don't know about another Zaire. I don't know why the hell he lied on me. I don't know about the family. So why the hell he lied? That shit hurts.
Mm-hmm.
What I look like punching a 13-year-old?
Oh, he said touching. Okay.
Or however old she is. I don't know. What I look like? I got nieces and nephews myself. I got godkids. I see, or I take to the park from time to time.
Okay, well then I would then have that same energy when we asking you about why you on this damn forum. Now tell me what's going on with your niece, nigga. You getting all bent up with the chest at the other questions, but when we asking you why you on the goddamn registry, you get mute. See, people like these, this is why I won't be able to interview nobody. Yeah, man, they been a goddamn.
He lied.
Darnell, I'll ask you for a second just to take a moment and regroup yourself, okay?
Yeah, we going to the evangelist next.
Because he did it, he lied about a lot of things. He did.
Darnell, let me ask you this, and I just want you to be honest. Do you think that the evangelist put on you what he done to Naziah? Just kind of based off of your relationship and things like that.
Because he know the family more. Like I said, I don't know the family. He do. He be around them more than he be over there. Every time he come to Michigan, he go over there.
You just said he'd be around more than you been around him.
Because I don't know them.
You almost got caught up, Darnell.
I don't know internet and none of them.
Internet.
And does the evangelist, is he autistic?
Most likely.
Yeah, he gives the more, after talking to you and between you and him, I gotta be honest, he's more on the definitely on the autistic side, even, you know, with my guests watching him laugh at things that were so inappropriate and things. That's why I titled this guy's Clearing the Air. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to clear the air. He was very upset. He cammed up for us, and he was very emotional. He wasn't like Kenneth Greer. I mean, Kenneth the evangelist. He very much so, and I'm not gonna you know, Darnell's transgressions with the children and what he did, those acts, has nothing to do with me. He's got to face God for that. He has got to face God for all of that. I'm not here to judge this man. I really want answers for Naziah Harris and, you know, the things like that and the allegations that was put on him and stuff. So he wanted to clear the air after I sent him the live. He wanted you guys to know that he never met the Harris family. He doesn't know Naziah. He's never been around Naziah. He's not autistic. And that he's had physical altercation with the evangelist. Because remember, the evangelist was so adamant that him and Florentino, when Kiwana jumped down in the chat and he said that Kiwana made allegations that he beat the hell out of Florentino. And he said they never did and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Being to me. That's why I said I would never go backwards. Nope.
So it was physically abusive. He was really physically. When you say that, like what kind?
He's the, like I come in from going to my mama's house. He used to get mad about that. Like how you gonna stop me from saying, because me and mama had a close relationship. He used to get mad because I was like, I'm about to go to my mama's house and check on her. One Sunday, I think he came over and knocked all the food on the ground. My daddy was about to shoot the hell out of him.
Why your daddy? I mean, but nigga, you a man.
Like,
So he go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, y'all couldn't know my house suspect too. I don't care how big you is, you ain't gonna suspect my mama.
Oh, he a big nigga.
Cause we used to fight all the time. Like, how you gonna get mad because me and my family close?
I'm glad you talked about family. So did he ever mention anything about family? He said he was in foster care, but I seen different. That's what I'm saying about him. I seen different. I didn't understand. He said he showed up, he didn't have a mother or nothing, and then I find a mother, and he don't pray for my mother, and it's all over the place.
You know what? Fuck all of this. You know what's really breaking my heart the most, and I'm so sorry that I gotta say this. It's the fact that, you know, for internet and Shannon to come into this preliminary hearing and say, that they had these kids on a tight leash. It blows my whole top. I done seen this little girl so many different places without family, with grown ass men. It makes me wonder what the fuck they was really into. It makes me go back to that text message at 2:30 in the morning when Jarvis is telling Isaiah to come get in the car with him at 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning. You feel me? And the first thing she says is, "Did you ask them if I can go?" That always stick out with me. You know what I'm saying? It just always stuck out to me because I'm like, that's not the question you would ask. That wouldn't be the thing that you would say. You would be like, "I can't," or something. But when she said, "Did you ask if I can go?" It just almost just makes it seem like they was way aware of a lot of shit going on with their niece in that house. And let's be real, I'm from Detroit. It's the city of the pimps. Every man in the world thought they was a pimp at one point. It's just given that. It's given that these sick ass women was loaning this child out. Yo, it's pissing. I mean, you can't get around that, y'all. And see, everybody want to be mad at me because they like Annette is an elder. Respect. Fuck that. Nah. Because it's just certain mannerisms that a grandmother do not have. Okay? First of all, if that child is not in the house by 8 o'clock, we're not waiting 24 hours to see where this child is at. 2, we're not going to the school. She went to the school to see if she was dropped off. See, people don't understand this background shit, and it started to make me so mad. Oh! These motherfuckers were so horrible.
Wow.
These motherfuckers were so horrible.
So do you know anything about him being adopted? Do you know anything about a family?
He got
this motherfucker was so
sisters.
horrible.
He got an auntie. He got a mother. He got his father passed. His mother passed, I think, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I seen
He
that.
got nieces and nephews. So wow, a big wow.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, guys, y'all. This is what puts our pieces together on who really was a corporate, the church that's coming up all of a sudden and things like that. So this is kind of, he wanted to clear the air. That's why I said Kenneth Greer clearing the air about Naziah Harris. He definitely came on here and deflected. I want you guys to know that the evangelist is definitely the one that was inflicting essay on Vari and Naziah. I do want to say that. Allegedly about Naziah Harris. He definitely came on here and deflected. I want you guys to know that the evangelist is definitely the one that was inflicting essay on Vari and Naziah. I do want to say that. Allegedly, but for Naziah for sure. I also found out that he is the one who touched Naziah by being in the church, that the pastor did talk to Annette about not pressing charges against the evangelist. Just so you guys know.
Wow.
So what else do you know about the other Kenneth? They said, can you tell us a little more? Like, so when you met him, y'all met, where did y'all meet at? How did it go?
We met at the Church's Chicken on Grand River and Dre Road. It was close now. That's where we met at. It was raining that day. I had caught the bus. Then we got to his mother's house. Then from there we started talking and getting to know each other, Then one day I wanted to go to my mother's house. He was like, "No, you ain't going nowhere." So I just walked out, went on my mother's house anyway. He come over there, knocked all the food on the ground, and she cooked a nice, you know how mothers do back in the day, Sunday dinner, fried chicken and so forth. He knocked all that on the ground. My dad's about to shoot him. Like, you ain't go to my house and disrespect my family.
So how long did you stay with the violence? Like he seems pretty floored. Like did he have episodes and stuff like that, like split personalities? We
Yes.
want to know who the evangelist Kenneth was because I seen, we didn't get to talk about it to my people.
He got miss personalities. I think he had Sagittarius.
mhm. So
He
it's
what?
like you seen split personalities.
Yeah.
And when did it start getting violent? Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as physical? What,
Every
you
day.
stay over your mother every day?
Yes.
Mm,
For 3 years.
mm.
But one day I got tired of it, so I just left. I ain't tell where I was going or nothing. I just left.
So was you scared of him because the weight he had on you, he had a bigger advantage on you for sure.
For
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, he came to clear his name, and stuff like that. Do you have any kind of disability, Darnell? Any kind of, and it's okay. Hell, I got mental issues.
no.
Okay. So he said he doesn't have any mental issues. And the way I talked to him, he doesn't. Now the other one, the evangelist Kenneth, very much so. It was the conversations was all over the place. I gotta tell you guys. Grisky said when he dated him, he never went to Annette's home with him. So did they ever, if he's been around this family for as long as he has, did he ever bring them to where you guys was?
No.
So no cookouts, no park events, no
Cause he
anything.
don't
You
like.
never did.
I like doing stuff like that, but he don't. He like staying in the house, and I like doing stuff. I like traveling and so forth. I just came back from Florida a couple weeks ago.
So did y'all ever go to church together?
Nope. He went to his church. I went to mine.
So he's
Mm.
always belonged to the Jehovah Shalom.
Correct. That's
But how would you know his church was dead then? See this is what's let me. Where is this baby? See, this is why I don't. You know what I mean? Because we nigga what? See, I get it. Let me. I'm gonna come. Let me just shut up. Let me
Did
that's
shut
he
up.
ever
Let me
weekend.
go
talk
pee.
about the Jehovah Shalom church with you about children?
He always talk about kids. Every
What would he
time
say
we
about kids?
was it every time I be like, the Desire case. I be like, you heard anything new? He be like, no. He think she's still alive. Well, I said I don't think so. But like I
So how
say,
did y'all get on the conversation of the Desire Harris case?
Yeah, cause
cause
nigga,
I
you
had
acting
saw it
like
on
you
the
ain't
news.
know.
That's how I first found out. That's why I had reached out to him. Was I know he knew close to the family. I'm not. I know he more. He know more about the family than I do. Cause he's always around. Like I say, every time he come up to Michigan from Cincinnati, he already at the net house.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because he can't afford no hotel or whatever.
No, Miss Parker, you did incredible. Facts. You did incredible. You did incredible with this interview. Bless your heart. You feel me? But this nigga, I want to choke him.
Mm.
Okay. He was
Like
staying at a hotel.
no, he every time he come to Michigan, he go over there.
When you come to Michigan, he would go over to Annette's new house.
Correct. Correct.
Did you ever drop him off there?
One time I did.
Okay. Okay. So when you dropped him off, you never went in and said, "Hey," he never introduced
Nope.
you and said, "Hey, this is my boyfriend, Darnell," or
Nah.
nothing. Because when people introduce, you bring your boyfriend over, he
Facts.
dropping you off. You want to see where your significant other's going. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? I know I
I
do.
dropped him,
Like whose
I
house is
dropped him off
this?
and kept on going. I dropped him off and
So
kept
when he
on
would
going.
talk about children, let's get to that. I want to go back to when he would talk about children. Because he was always a picture man. And it was always of kids, never the adults.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of threw me with him. And I asked him that because that just stood out to me. He was a picture man.
He
Do
tried to
you
my family. I had to stop that. Like, nope, we ain't not taking no pictures of no little kids in my family. Nope. I had to stop
So
that.
he would want to take pictures of children in your family.
Yep.
Mm. Did he ever give off they said, I know I'm going in the house if I'm dropping my man off of who all lives there. You know, I agree. I agree. I'm definitely going to see whose house I'm dropping my man off to.
I mean, I think I would too, but in this type of situation, I think we've already understood that this nigga was like he was the timid woman of the relationship. I mean, he would have to get his daddy to come out there and then help him if his food was swatted down. I don't think that he was in the position to be like, who house you in? He probably was like, drop my ass off, and he pulled off because that was his role. This nigga scared of this man he was with from the way that I took it. He called his daddy on his boyfriend.
You know, he said just because he said don't make that shit factual. I'm going to facts check some shit, okay? So it's kind of hard to believe that one, Darnell. But I you know, that's your story. When you say about the kids, you
It's evident that Kenneth was doing the bending.
never gotta like you never said anything to him about why do you want to take pictures of kids all the time?
I did. He was like, he kept changing the subject. But like, whatever. That's between you and God.
What stood out to make you question him about the kids?
Because one day he tried to take a picture of my niece. So like, why you trying to take a picture of my niece? Damn, I think she was a 10.
Now, Kenneth, I gotta interrupt you. I mean, Darnell, was this the same niece that you were accused of? Now, this is very important information. Nah,
He never did give me an answer. I'm like, I had to tell my sister, watch him.
You on the registry? She should have been watching you. Cause why the fuck why you on the registry? Shit.
So you told your sister to watch the Evangelist Kenneth because it's a whole lot of watching going on. You know,
Facts.
how do you stay with somebody that made you uncomfortable? Because once a man gives me that, he wants to
Facts.
watch my nieces and nephews. He give me that vibe that he's always recording children. That's a red flag. You get what I'm saying, Darnell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, were you afraid to leave him?
I was.
I understand. I've been in a relationship where I was very much so scared to leave, for whatever reason. Yeah, so Darnell said he did have, he said he would have to tell his people to watch, the kids around them, you know, they said, sound like you was cool as long as you had somewhere to stay. So you
For
was,
real,
so
big
you was
night
scared.
biatch. So he is gonna show receipts. Is it on this video? Where can I get to that at? Give me a timestamp, y'all. So he showed receipts to where the case was dismissed. Okay.
I was scared to leave SRT. So you lived with Darnell. You lived with the Evangelist.
Right. Well, we stayed with each other. He stayed with me. Well, it's in my apartment. I was the one paying all the rent, but he didn't have no income.
So he has no income.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm beginning to believe. Did you ever hear anything you said about the church? Let's get back to that really quick about the church. And yeah, y'all keep it respectful in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Please keep it respectful. When you come home from the church and talk about the children, what would be the conversations, and why would all the church conversations be about the children? That didn't never stand out to be weird to you too?
It did.
Because we definitely seen some weird things with the children at this church. What would he say about the children?
Like the outfits was nice and the hair. Or if they had a youth day, he'd be like, the youth day was, nice.
Wow. You say he would talk about their hair?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we gon' I want to know if was the messages on this particular video, because I was gonna scroll up to the messages and we was gonna jump into the evangelist, because it's like it's a lot I want to hear with this evangelist. Now what the fuck.
Wow. So did he ever mention Jarvis Butts to you? Like anything about them, like anything about this family, even though you didn't introduce them, he never mentioned Lady, Shannon, Marquita, Annette.
Or
He
they talk
never.
about lady and he never mentioned Jarvis or none of them. He
What would he
said
say about Lady?
she was a crackhead and or like how you gonna tell her business to that's between her. I wanna know her personal business. But
You
her she
know,
did good.
what'd you say, Darnell? I couldn't hear you. You could
I
speak
said
up.
whatever she with her money, that's between her and God. Man, she was going through something. Like it's people do things for a reason. To talk about her like that was wrong. You must be cool with the family. We used to talk about her like a dog.
Oh wow. So he used to talk about Lady like a dog. Yeah, he
Correct.
talked about her pretty bad to us too. So I know, and I haven't mentioned Lady to you except right now. And yeah, so I know for a factual, you're not lying about this part for sure. Nothing about inappropriate touching in that house ever.
I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't around.
No, you know how you have a conversation with your boo. You know what I'm saying? Like he talked
Yeah.
about Lady to you. We just having conversation. So,
He never mentioned it.
mhm.
So was he
So
secretive about when he would go to the Harris house? Did
Yeah.
he? So you wouldn't know when he was over there.
Correct.
mm.
That's
So
what
how
happened.
would you find it? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kenneth. Go ahead.
And after what y'all told me the other day, I had to hurry up and block him because that's wrong. Like, hey, you got
Why wouldn't he have been blocked though, Darnell? I mean, he should have been blocked. From what you're stating in here, it just. Let me keep going.
me some stuff that I don't ain't nothing about. He lying to Karen on. And I don't even know nothing about the family. You know more about the family than I do. That's wrong.
I believe that. And did he ever? Because he said he was in love with Florentino. So you mean to tell me you didn't know anything about him and Florentino?
Nope.
Because it was said that he was way older than Florentino. He said he met Florentino on the dating app, but it was unbelievable because Florentino at the time would have been underage. I did my
Correct.
research.
Yep.
So he essayed Florentino.
Correct.
Okay, you said correct. Yeah. Okay, we cleared that up. Well, anybody got any questions? Do you mind if anybody comes and asks you any questions, Darnell, or you
Sure.
want to just leave it? Oh, you
Sure.
said okay. Let me drop the link, guys. Hold on.
And I think y'all
Because
so
I
much.
think that people are believing that they believe you guys. Give me a second.
And I
I'm
think y'all
gonna
so
be
much.
Yeah, from my knowledge, Florentino was a net son, correct? Am I wrong? Am I got my shit right? But that is a net son, right?
Reaching out too. I thank y'all for that.
I mean, everybody has a right to clear up their name when those allegations, even though, like I said, your past is your past. It ain't got nothing. We strictly on the Naziah Harris case. I'm strictly on what happened to Naziah if you was around Naziah based off of what he said. Because, like I said, I got it right here. And he said he's been around Annette and Florentino. They knew he was a sex offender. Kenneth found out 2 months in the relationship. He said you was always cheating. And he said, yes, look into him. He very much so could have possibly touched Naziah Harris.
Wow. Nope.
Hmm. Hold on, guys. I got something in the way of me dropping the link. So if you guys don't mind giving me a second.
That's what I was just about to say. It seemed like this was pure projection. It seems like the Kenneth dude was the one who might be the one that's questionable. I mean, because my nigga, you the one that was spending time at the house. You the one that seems like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the first thing, I mean, by them mentioning that he couldn't stand Lady, and when I looked at Annette on the stand, and you could tell that she couldn't stand her daughter too, it makes sense that they would have known each other, been very pleasant with one another. This some crazy. It seems to me that they all are comfortable with SAs in their household. Cause what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of like these kids didn't even fucking stand a chance. And then, for Annette to really just get on that stand saying, oh, he never came to the house. But then in that happy birthday video, the way that she teleported from where she was standing to check this nigga about why he flying in and out the house like that was her man. And Shannon just holding a camera like a damn fool. It just says there's some shit going on, y'all. I wouldn't be, because listen, y'all. We finna get back into this, but when you think about Marquita having a relationship with Jarvis first, and then you have Shannon, it makes me say, it looks like Annette come from a long line of pimping. Fuck, I don't care what nobody say. Starting with Lady going all the way down, because the amount of timid that Shannon is, when it comes down to her mother, I don't understand it. The closeness, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that Shannon and Marquita share is crazy to me. And let's go to a step further. It wasn't just Jarvis that shared them. Marquita boyfriend did too. So what the fuck do y'all really got going on over there? Y'all selling adults and kids? Like, I gotta go get a shot.
All right, I just dropped the link right there. I dropped the link in the chat for anybody that wants to come up and ask Darnell anything that you guys think I missed. I don't think it was too much to asking because he had already basically gave me a rundown and I believed him. We talked about his charges and stuff, and he confided in me enough to tell me and be honest about that. So, I told him, what he did before Naziah Harris, has nothing to do with me. That's on him and stuff like that, him and God. So that's not what my show's about. So, other than that, I think he asked about the welcome to Co-Peace. Hey, Co-Peace, how are you?
I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So I had a question.
Welcome.
Because can you hear me still? Oh, never mind. But I had a question. Because Evangelist came on. When he came on, he said that your grandma was giving you to your uncle. Is that true?
That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie?
Correct.
Was anything with him happening with his family that you know of when he was younger?
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. I believe everything he was saying on the panel. He's saying that everything that happened to him, I feel like he's putting on you.
Correct.
But I just wanted to ask that, Ms. Parker, because I know that was one of the big questions or whatever. Thank you for letting me come on.
Of course, Co-Peace. And let me ask you, with Co-Peace being up here, do you have an adopted grandmother?
No.
So what she's saying is, he said you confided in him and told him you had an adopted grandmother that would sell you to your uncle for money.
That's a lie.
Ooh, child, it's getting juicy.
You know what, Co-Peace? After talking to Darnell, when somebody puts their life on someone else?
Yeah.
This is very much so what it was.
This is what it is. Now I will say, because I'm just being honest. I cut to the chase. I believe Darnell isn't being 100% truthful about a lot of things, but I can see a lot of things that he's saying is true as well. Because Evangelist came up here and just I think he's working for the Harris family. Let me just say that. Because like Darnell said, he's still in contact with them all the time. So it wouldn't be far fetched to say that he's talking to them behind the scenes and coming up here trying to switch the narrative.
I agree, Sassy.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, I'm out.
Thank you, Kopi, so much. It's a blessing having you on the panel.
Thank you. I left you,
Thank you, Kopi.
a super chat too.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. And
Yeah.
for whoever donated to the channel and sent the super stick.
We gonna go over to the Kenneth. Now listen. I'm sorry, I had to bite that rib. Now look. What I need you to do is go over to Miss Parker page and you can continue to watch this in its entirety. I want to get over to Kenneth. No, don't do it. So he came out after the testimony. I feel like that's whether he mentioned having to save the lady from the drug. So I need to keep going on this? They said keep going? Alright, cool. We'll keep going. Fuck that. Hold on. Give me a second.